everyone. Welcome to this beautiful evening, morning, afternoon, or wherever you guys have right now. My name is Giochi. We are here in the Speed Gaming Live tournament in the Group B match between Highflyer and Khanster. This race will be one of the interesting kind because this race will decide, most likely, who will advance through the groups into the knockout stage. Both racers are about to get ready, and it will only take a few more minutes until we start. So we're having a few more issues. Can only take a few more minutes here. So until we can start, maybe something to tell you guys about the runners. Now, runner number one, Highflyer on our left here. He's a fairly new runner compared to Khanster, is climbing his way up through the ranks right now, whereas Khanster is one of the OGs, old school runners. I think he joined the community like almost 10 years ago. I remember him telling me when he joined the tournament he was kind of rusty, but that doesn't really matter because he came into the tournament strong with a win already, and he showed fairly good gameplay so far, and I am really excited to see who will win this match. So we're taking care of a few more issues right now. Can only be a few more minutes or even moments. So we are about to get ready. Highflyer is setting up right now. Some technical issues, but those will be taken care of right now. Alrighty, here we are again. Welcome everyone. We had some, let's call them slight technical issues. But now we are ready to go. Once again, Highflyer versus Khanster in Group B. I thank you guys so much for waiting. Thank you for staying here. We are ready. The runners are ready to go. They are preparing now, and the race is about to start. And I was given notice the race is about to start. We have 10 more seconds until the race will begin. Highflyer versus Khanster. This will be an exciting one because this race basically decides who will proceed to the knockout stage in Group B. It should be ready. It should be going any minute now. Let us see. Just are getting ready. 8. Once again, it takes a few more seconds. Now they are readying up. We are good to go. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, we are starting up this race with the reset highway, how we like it to call it. The intro of this stage is straightforward, fairly easy. We hold right and we try to shoot down everything that is in our way. A little tricky thing here in this stage is that we try to lower our HP before coming to the end of the stage because we have a scripted fight that needs us to be at a certain health point. So the runners are trying to take intentional damage here while killing everything. You see Highflyer here bonking into the bees. Both players can clear those pretty easily. As you can see, Highflyer gets some drops. Those are refilling his health. Optimally, we are not trying to do that, but in a race setting, you can always die here if you take one hit too much, and that obviously we want to avoid. So the runners are straight up holding right, jumping through the platforms, killing those pesky bees. Both runners have lowered their health. They still need to get a few more hits. Highflyer again with the health drops. This actually will not be good for him. Wonderful. He is now adjusting his health with... Both runners actually are adjusting their health with the neat little help of the task cars trick. As you guys can see, they use the cars to be pushed onto the ship and lower their health just enough so that after killing those pesky cars, Vile comes down onto the scripted scene. Oh, they're synced up. Wonderful to see. Vile now keeps grabbing us. Ooh, almost synced up. This is also great. 0 now with the save of the day, and from now on the game really starts. I cannot remember when I've basically seen two equal screens like this. And from now on, the game starts with the 8 Mavericks. Both runners will go for Penguin first, because Penguin has those wonderful dash boots. Until the boots in the middle of the stage, they will walk through the stage. But after getting the boots, the game really starts. Pre-boot section can be a bit tricky. Both runners are actually progressing very, very well, very smooth. Both runners can get the obstacles out of the way. Highflyer and Khanster very, very close to each other. Both runners utilizing a very neat trick called slope jumping. Very nice. X's movement is a bit faster when he's walking down a ledge, so they're turning around here and there to use the acceleration, almost synced up at the capsule once again. Very, very close. And from now on you will see that the race is about to start in the full capacity of dashing. From now on we won't walk anymore. Every movement will be starting with a dash, as you guys can see. Khanster passing through the hallway without a bonk. Highflyer gets hit here and there, but that means nothing as they are in the right armor passing through this section into one of the trickiest sections of the stage, the so-called snowball section. You see those green guys throwing some snowballs at us now, and we are trying to dodge those in order to progress as far as we can, as fast as we can. Khanster first at the penguin boss door. Both charged up, going into the easiest fight when it comes to the casual game playthrough, but the most of the times hardest fight when it comes to the speedrun. Ooh, Highflyer with the freeze. Khanster on the other hand getting slide over slide over slide. As you guys can see, whenever Penguin is sliding, this is effectively a lot of time loss because we cannot hit him down in that period of time. Khanster with a beautiful fight so far, no great mistakes. Both having a lot of slides, but Khanster pulls away with a good fight. Highflyer not far behind though. And we see Khanster going out of the stage a few seconds earlier. Both have completed the first stage now. Khanster choosing to go Eagle second, same with Highflyer. I wasn't sure what route the players will choose, but both of the players chose to go Eagle second, which is a valid choice. There are several routes in this game, several valid routes and competitive viable routes. This will or might be, depending on what if they are actually like disappointing me possibly or not. This might be the so-called chameleon fifth route. I have heard that both players are running that route. It is the iceful route. A fairly old school route with a very cool trick, but we shall see that. Khanster now first of the two runners who got the E-tank. Both are getting through the sections with the flamethrowers very well. Khanster first at the capsule. Highflyer not far behind. As you guys can see, Khanster with the second upgrade already, with the helmet upgrade, which is basically only there to get the next upgrade in the run, which is the Buster upgrade. Khanster already a few seconds ahead, but one of the greatest RNG factors will happen soon. That is this boss fight. Eagle, one of the most unliked fights in this run. Eagle can make or break a whole run and a lot of time, because you guys will see now, either you will see or you won't see it, Eagle can fly around with his wings. He always starts up with this, and he goes up right away for Khanster, which means he gets a lot of dives, and every one of those dives is losing time. Let us see if Highflyer has a better RNG. He has. Eagle stays on the ground. Eagle goes up, but does not start to dive. Highflyer gets a lot of time back just because of the RNG, just because Eagle is not diving. As you can see, Highflyer almost pulling away. He missed the shot, but he pulled away. He pulled ahead now. He got the kill earlier than Khanster, and now, as you can see, just because of this, diving section. Highflyer out of nowhere back ahead. Both players play great stages so far, but Highflyer with the advantage of Eagle not diving now is first in Mammoth stage. Mammoth now, fairly straightforward stage. We have dashing to the right, holding the right, and nothing else except for one tricky, one dangerous part, which are those stones you see on the top of the screen. We need to get up there. Highflyer with an easy block break. Khanster a bit cleaner, but still behind. We can actually drop down here if we mistime our button presses. And dropping down here would cost us a lot of time since we cannot go up here and have to revisit the stage. Luckily, that is not happening for both of the runners, but they have the upgrade now, so can use the charged ice right away, the upgrade we got a few seconds ago, and get the E-tank here. And we have another lead change. Wow, this race already super close and super crazy. Both getting the hard tank now in the stage. As you can see, the ground is frozen. The ground is frozen because we killed, or because the runners killed Chill Penguin before going to this stage. This game has one of the beautiful things where it updates the stage layouts and several stage things according to which Maverick you have already killed before. We will see it one more time, I think, in this run. Khanster first going into the boss fight here. First of the two who is going into the Mammoth fight. Mammoth fight fairly straightforward. He is weak to the tornado we got from Eagle. As you can see, we're trying to put in the tornadoes in a way that we hit him twice. Not much RNG here. Both runners with a very good fight. No big time losses. And a great finish. Center finish for Highflyer. Khanster had to walk a bit. We always want to try to finish the fights in the center of the map and the center of the screen, because X will always have to walk to the center otherwise. Both runners now going next to Boomer Kuwanger, one of the rougher stages in this run. One of the stages where very technical stage. We have a lot of climbing, we have a lot of dash jumps. Let us see how both runners will proceed through this stage. Khanster with a good opening part. Highflyer as well following up. Laser section. Khanster taking this without any problems. Turtles. Some ninja turtles are being killed here by the tornadoes. Khanster with two bonks here. Little opportunity for Highflyer to catch up some time. And now the runners can relax a little bit on the elevator ride up to the tower. Khanster here with a bit swag, trying to kill every guy on the way, whereas Highflyer is just positioning himself on the right of the screen. As you can see, no one is hitting him there. Exiting now the elevator, a few seconds ahead still with Khanster. Both runners now trying to climb that tower up to the boss room. Very, very technical, as you can see, the climb outside, always jumping, killing the enemies on the ladders. Khanster now first, who is at the hard tank. This is one of the route differences to the other routes you can play in this game. They got the hard tank with the charged ice sled, which is called the ice full route. There are also ice-less routes, like going Eagle third or Chameleon third. But this route, totally legit as well. Chad is telling us no Mushipan, invalid race. Mushipan, one of the other tricks, looking very swaggy. Ooh! Khanster missing the opportunity to dance with Kuwanger. Same with Highflyer. So I had bonk to the ceiling for Khanster. This might be an opportunity for Highflyer. As we can see, Kuwanger teleporting through the room. Khanster with the kill now. Highflyer not far behind still. Very, very close race. A few seconds early, Khanster still out of this stage. And now he's going to Chameleon 5th. This is an awesome route, guys. Chameleon 5th is one of the old school routes. Back then, when no phantom grabs for the heart or no water strategies were on the plate, people started to do this route where we go there, and you will now see a great trick after the mini boss fight here, where we get the heart without any water or any phantom grabs. Highflyer going first for the trick. Let us see if he can manage to get the heart. Yes, he does. Wonderful. On the ice sled, going over this big pit and getting the heart. And now going to the mini boss first. How we like to call him, the green biker dad. Is right. Khanster already got him down. One tricky part here, you use the boomerang weapon to kill the green biker dad, which is also the weakness of the stage boss Sting Chameleon. So we have to conserve our ammo here. 18 boomerangs we can exactly spare, but not a single one more. Khanster now with the ice sled. Will he get the heart as well? Oh! This is big for Highflyer. Khanster missed the jump barely and dropped into the pit. So now he has to go back and do the trick again. Aye, that is big for Highflyer. Highflyer here with the opportunity to pull away. Khanster try number 2. Let us see. Now he gets it with ease. Khanster got the heart on the second try. Now he's under pressure. He needs to get back some time. Highflyer already through the cave section. Now with some air to breathe, on his way to the boss room. Khanster on the other hand a bit behind. As you can see, they are collecting this one up. Khanster, very important now, needs to get one more extra life in order to keep this run or his chance of winning alive, because the run is very well timed and very well calculated with the extra lives. We need the extra lives in order to get the Hadoken later. Highflyer starting with the fight. As you can see, the fight is very scripted. We used the weakness. He got an ammo drop on the way, so he can easily use the weakness to the end. And he finishes the fight right before Khanster even starts. And this is a big lead change here. Alright, let us see. That's a 16-49 split for Highflyer. This is big. Let us go to the audio of Highflyer now, because he is in the lead. We will now see one of the greatest stages, the other difficult and technical stage in this run, Spark Mandra stage. As you can, whereas Highflyer is now in the, let's say, trickiest stage. Oh, he missed the grab for the E-Tank. Right, we have a route divergence here. Khanster is going to have the revisit for the Penguin Heart right now, which is totally valid. We need to have a revisit in this run because we cannot get the Penguin Heart the first time we're in this stage. So we now, since we have the Fire Wave, we can get the heart and break the igloo on the upper route, which we dashed through on our first visit. You see here Khanster dashing up, breaking this igloo and getting the heart, exiting the stage. Meanwhile, Highflyer past the middle point of the Mandra stage, as we can see, got rid of the mini-boss, and is now dashing his way to the heart tank. Is he going for that neat little trick? Oh, he got this! He got the trick called Paul Heart. Wonderful heart grab. He had to jump off the ledge and, like, in a very specific way, get the boomerang up. He did that, not a free trick, saves like a bit of time here and there. Now he's entering the boss. Ooh. The so-called Mike Tyson. Khanster, on the other hand, is using his advantage of Chameleon 5th, that he has the Charge Chameleon weapon and can dash through everything, because Chameleon's charge weapon lets us become invincible. This we can use to pass everything. Mandra fight, pretty straightforward. He is frozen whenever we shoot him with the shotgun eyes. Fine and neat little optimization. Whenever we hit him inside the ice, his iframes actually stop before he unfreezes. So that means he can always pump in a second ice shot before he breaks the ice. And this is a neat little time save. Now we go to the stage of Armored Armadillo, Armorage. Highflyer enters the stage first. This is the stage we will see the most of in the run, because not only do we have two very well-known upgrades with the heart tank and the sub tank. Let us see. He's going for... he was going for a neat little trick. Phantom grab, we call the booty grab. He didn't get it. Maybe we will see him again with the booty grab. Khanster now entering the fight. You will see him doing a dash left and right strategy, as well using the iframe strategy that he can pump in the damage before he breaks. Highflyer on the minecarts, dashing through the stage. This stage pretty straightforward. We only need to be careful because 1, we have the heart tank up here, and 2, we have crushers that are chasing us through the stage at 2 points. And if we manage to get hit by the crusher spiky things they have, we will lose a life and die instantly. Ooh, almost on the card. Highflyer, as you guys can see, took a very high jump there to make sure he saw the energy palette on the top right spot of the stage. Khanster very well. Didn't forget that he has to farm for an extra life, killing the Fat Bat. The Fat Bat has a 50% chance of dropping an extra life. Very good. Well played. Some people do forget that quite a lot. He got the energy tank on his first go here. Very well executed. Whereas Highflyer just finished the fight with Armadillo. Armadillo as well, a pretty straightforward fight, can lose us a lot of time because of RNG, but in this case that happened. Now we're going to, I think this is already the last of the Mavericks, with Launcher Octopult. The water level, everyone hates water levels, right? I think the chat also hates water levels, because everyone does. That's a wild guess. Going underwater now. This is the mini-boss mania in this stage. We have 4 mini-bosses we need to fight. First, as you can see, we have a submarine. Easy. No problems here. High jump, by the way, from Khanster 2. High jump to see that very specific on the top right. Mini-boss number 2, another submarine, but easily being taken care of. So now we have a big ship here that Highflyer is going to break down with the tornado in order to unlock the way to the heart tank, where we have mini-boss number 4. Oh no, number 3. A sea serpent. Khanster just finishing up with the Armadillo fight. It looks like it looks like highflyer is way ahead, but we must not forget that we have a revisit that highflyer still needs to do. He still needs to get the penguin heart. So we can only really see who is ahead by how much after we enter the Sigma Castle. Highflyer now in the boss fight against Octopold, which this fight is fairly tricky. As you can see, he will swirl around and he can grab us there. That is time in which we cannot hit him, cannot damage him, and that is always a bit time we will lose, but very good RNG for highflyer, very well executed fight. One swirly and then he used the armor we have out of the chameleon stage to just face tank him and get the damage in. Very well played. And he's just done with the stage. Khanster with the ship kill from below, very well done. Highflyer climbed up, Khanster did the ship kill from below, and goes to the heart tank station. Highflyer now, as you can see, going into the revisit for penguins. So after this revisit, we can see how far behind or ahead he is. Very tricky revisit this can be. Highflyer doing it with the Sea Sting strat, very well done. Using the invincibility to pass through the stage, through the enemies and stuff. Using invincibility, always a smart idea. Boss fight now starts for Khanster. Let's see what kind of RNG Khanster gets. Right, highflyer now at the igloo, getting the heart tank and exiting the stage. Almost at the same time that Khanster finishes his fight. And now highflyer enters the armadillo stage once again, whereas Khanster now finishes his 8th Maverick and will now get the cutscene from Zero. Highflyer just popped the Sea Sting and uses it to get the E-Tank. This might be this might be very close. He passes through. Good thing, very well timed. Khanster now entering the armadillo stage. That was very close and very well timed. That could have went very bad, but it didn't. So I would say highflyer is like 20 seconds, something like that, 20 to 30 seconds ahead. This all might be because of the death Khanster took in Chameleon stage, but that doesn't mean anything so far. We have the final boss stages ahead of us after these revisits. We're now revisiting the point on the top right, as you can see. Highflyer saw the energy palette there, and this is important because we want to see that palette, that energy drop 4 times. And if we have every upgrade and everything there is to collect, say heart tanks, E-tanks, and all weapons and all armor upgrades, we will have a very special capsule at the 5th revisit. We will have the wonderful Hadoken. Hadoken out of the Street Fighter game. Who would have guessed that? Capcom here, Capcom there. The first instance of the collaboration. I think the Hadoken is like the worst kept secret of all time. Hadoken very crucial for the late game. Both runners are doing the revisits. Very well done by Highflyer. Highflyer jumping on the minecart always a bit, because he wants to reduce the lag that might be coming up that section, because if he would stay on the minecart, he would spawn enemies, like those little birds. Maybe you've seen 1 or 2 of the birds. And jumping, or effectively not being on the minecart, because Khanster, for example, is dashing forward and walking always walking a bit. reduces lag because we are not spawning those little birds. Highflyer first at the Hadoken capsule. You saw Dr. Light there in the little gi, like miming Ryu. And first out of the revisit is Highflyer, but not far behind Khanster now, getting the capsule as well. This is a very close race, guys. Highflyer the first entering the Sigma Fortress. Zero telling us, I'm going ahead, but he's actually doing nothing. So now we are going through these stages. Let us see if Highflyer is attempting one of the tricks called Leap of Faith. He missed the timing for that. We can actually like skip one of the cycles here, like optimally, just dashing through all the... Ooh, that was close. Like dashing through these platforms in one go, but in order to do that, the timing has to be very, very clean. Khanster, on the other hand, was going for it, but missed the timing as well. Highflyer now at the blue guy, reducing his health once again to 6 or below, because we have a scripted scene as well here. Good first part of the so-called vial skip, not touching the ground and triggering the cutscene there. Let us see if he gets it done right. Nice. We got the vial skip completely here. Not the fastest version, but he's actually overlapping two cutscenes into each other, and like this we can save a lot of time because we skip the first one, overlap it into the second one, and skip a lot of dialogue. Same with Khanster, he did that very well as well. Nice. Here we can softlock if we do it, if we like misplay it. Hadoken on to Vile. This is like the fastest fight ever. Vile just always jumps over us. We turn around, Hadoken him, and he's like, no, I'm dying. Now one of the worst and saddest scenes. Zero is dead for the next 5 minutes. Khanster missing the first Hadoken, but got the backup. Very well done. Dashed to the right and still Hadokened. Now the inner climb of Sigma 1, Highflyer using the C-Sting to get invulnerability and just passes through all the enemies. And now, who would have guessed it, we almost missed them, the refights. Refights in this game are very well done because they are put into the stages. But now we have the one-shot weapon Hadoken, and since Highflyer executed well, he Hadokened Kuwanger. Kuwanger controls us a bit in this fight because Kuwanger might teleport away and we can miss that Hadoken. Let's see if Khanster can get it done. And Khanster get the Hadoken as well. He thought about teleporting, but he didn't. Highflyer first at the boss fight of Sigma 1. The Bow Spider. Stuff of my nightmares as a child. Ooh, he gets hit by the Bow Spider. Not able to Hadoken the Bow Spider. Hadoken can only be used on full HP. Ooh, missing the second Hadoken. Getting the third one. Nicely done. Khanster now with the chance to get some time back, and he gets the first try Hadoken. This is very big for Khanster. Khanster just made up a few seconds here. Highflyer leaving the stage first. Khanster maybe like 5 to 10 seconds behind now. We're now entering Sigma 2. Great song. Listen to this tune. Highflyer pushing through with the Chameleon Sting. Going into the second refight of the whole game. One of our biggest nightmares in the early game, but now see what is happening. Chill Penguin. Just jump into his face. Ooh, and he gets a Lemon Duken. Oh no. But the backup Hadouken worked. Khanster, on the other hand, gets the Hadoken done. This is very close, guys. Khanster saves time here and there and can catch up. Very well done. Not falling to the pressure. Hallway very well played by both. Ooh, Highflyer gets bonked down by the flying guy. Khanster pulls ahead. Khanster in the lead now. Lead change in Sigma 2. Highflyer was ahead for almost the whole race. Khanster now ahead. Highflyer needing to E-tank. Khanster now with the kill on Eagle. Khanster not far behind, using the Hadoken to its best effort, killing Eagle as well. And now Khanster entering the boss fight to the Sigma 2 boss. Rankta Bangta. Let us see the RNG. The ice can give us bad or good RNG. Khanster with God RNG, unfortunately a bit misplaced. He can lure out the ice. Hadoken one of the ice. Highflyer with the Hadoken as well. No one cycle for... Ooh, very good fight. Not a no one cycle nose, but very good fight. Highflyer not far behind though, trying to kill the ice and get the nose now as well. Guys, this is very, very close. Khanster exiting right now the stage. Highflyer not far behind. We now enter Sigma 3. This is the make or break stage. We have big tricks coming up. First of all, the armadillo skip. Skipping this whole fight if we place the ice sled perfectly, camera not zooming up, and the trigger for the boss never being triggered. Khanster did that and it all worked. Highflyer as well. Both runners skipped the fight for Armadillo. Khanster setting up the so-called air Hadoken right now. Let's see if it works. Khanster missed the air Hadoken. Putting the ice sled into the wall was his plan. Standing on the ice sled in order to Hadoken it. Let's see what Highflyer does right now. Highflyer putting the ice sled perfectly into the wall and getting the air Hadoken. Lead change again. Lead change again. This is amazing, guys. Highflyer got the trick. This is so close. This is so close. The runners are like a few seconds apart at max. Wow. Highflyer now in the Mandrill fight. Freezing Mandrill to get the Hadoken safely. Khanster doing the same. Both runners got the Hadoken down. Great. As we can see, this is the boss rush mania stage. Highflyer killing all the fishes in the way. Khanster as well got all 3 fishes with the charged spark. And now we're going back to the octopus. Let us see. Octopus with a high jump and Hadoken for Highflyer. High jump and Hadoken for Khanster as well. Same RNG. Khanster still a bit behind. Highflyer trying to push away. Let us see what he can do. Sea Sting, very well used to pass through this whole section. Same for Khanster. Highflyer entering the mammoth fight first, the last of the refights here, before we go to the boss of the stage. He walks to the right, Hadokens him, and that is that. Khanster using the walk to the right, to the left, and doing the right Hado. Very, very, very like. I approve this. I don't like left Hados. Highflyer entering the D-Rex fight with a charged ice. He is attempting another air Hadoken. Let us see. That seems to work. Does it work? It works. Perfectly executed air Hadoken on D-Rex, where Khanster is going for the so-called Domduken, dashing to the front, barely standing on the edge of D-Rex and doing the Hadoken. Guys, this is so intensely close. This is like 1.5 seconds apart. Guys, Sigma 4 now. Let's go. Those 2 runners are maximum, like at max 2 seconds apart from each other. This will decide the race. We have 1 dogfight, 1 Sigma fight, and 1 big Sigma fight between us and the finish of the race. Highflyer going into the fight a bit earlier. Guys, this is so intense. Highflyer standing still and getting the Hadoken. Khanster dashing forward and getting the Hadoken as well. A bit faster, but still this means nothing. We have one big RNG factor left, and those are the claws. Let us see. Highflyer getting the Hadoken. Khanster getting the Hadoken. Oh my god, this is so close. This will be a photo finish. Guys, this will be a great finish. Let us see. Who will finish first? Is it Highflyer or is it Khanster? This will be so close. Great claws for Highflyer. Khanster cannot jump up right away. Is up now, and they are pumping the rolling shields into the boss head. We cannot use Hadoken on this fight. We can only use the weakness or charge buster shots. Both are pumping in. Highflyer is the first to finish. A few seconds. To both runners, Highflyer with the official race time of 39:11 and Khanster with the official race time finish of 39:18. Wow, what a race. Guys, what a race. Oof. What a great race, guys. I could not have wished for a greater and better race to do commentary on. This was just amazing. Both runners changed leads back and forth from the beginning until the end. Highflyer had the lead for the longest time after Khanster died to the chameleon 5th trick to the ice grab, the ice sled. But Khanster did not stop playing. He did everything he can and came back. Oh, and I just wonder, did Highflyer get a massive PB in this run? I remember his personal best before this was a 39:40 or something. I remember that. But did he get a massive PB here, or is that just, I don't know, is that just what I think? I do not know, but this was just amazing. So let us see if both runners are coming in for an interview, because I think we definitely want to hear those runners talk about this great race. Wow. Let's see what they say. Wow. Khanster, hey.
Oh my God.
Welcome. GG, Khanster. What a race. Oh my god, Khanster. That was just an amazing race. I think the chat and everyone will agree that this was one of the closest races we have seen so far. Did you actually watch the race, like on the second screen? Or?
I had my tablet going on in the background, so every now and then I just look over.
Wow. GG to you. You unfortunately died at the chameleon ice grab.
Yeah. I've been practicing everything that just happens very insignificantly out. The one thing that like really kind of had me on tilt at the start is the title screen looped, so I was already 6 seconds behind.
Yeah, we saw that. That is true. That is true. But honestly, you did a great job. You were not giving up. You just came back even after dying in chameleon stage, and you made it super close. You made it. You really gave him a run for his money. Highflyer, welcome.
You did air
Can you hear me? Make sure my mic
Yes.
is working.
Yes.
We can hear
I have a
you.
question for you, Highflyer.
Yes.
You do air hado on DRX. Is there any
Yes.
reason why?
Yes.
I don't know how to do Dom Dukin, and I figured if I can get it first try, it's a lot better than waiting for the backup for him to come back down.
It still is, you know, it's slow, right?
Oh, I mean, to me
it
it
is
is because it's because if I don't get the backup right away, then it's pretty much a time loss.
Oh,
so I might
yeah.
as well just go for it first try.
Oh wow.
So you do see you do waterless too. I'm surprised any new runners do that. That's like a
Well,
route of the past.
well, shout out to Apt America. I know he's watching. I jumped into a stream one day. One night I came home from work, and it was late night, early morning, and I was like, "Wait, you do Chameleon 5? Like, how do you do that?" So then he introduced me to it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try this," and I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah, I just never changed from the route I've been doing. I've been doing the same route for the last 10 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
like I just for the first time ever did Iceless yesterday, but I don't plan on picking that up pretty quickly to try to do like carpet and all that, but I do want to learn it, but until then I'm still gonna do C5.
I'm just like, I thought you had a much better time like in the 37s.
Oh no.
So,
No.
Highflyer, important
Yeah.
question now. Did you just get a big fat PB here?
You know, it's funny you say that. So earlier today I got a 13-second PB, so that was at like 39:27. But even with
Wow.
the 3 second or maybe 2 to 3 seconds before I actually got my timer going, I would it's still like that's still like a 19-second PB.
Wow.
So
And that
this
in
is
that in a race. That is
Yes.
insanely big. And you guys traded back and forth. Khanster already told me he had his second screen on. Did you watch the race as well?
No, not at all. I never watched the race. That's one less thing I have to worry about because if like if I'm watching the race and I see my opponents ahead, I'm gonna it's gonna affect me. If I'm the one that happened to be ahead, then I'm gonna maybe overcompensate or get too ahead of myself. So I'd rather just focus on what I'm doing, play my game, and whether I win, or lose. But I feel like it's just to me, it doesn't seem like there's an advantage. It could actually hurt you at the same time.
So let me tell you, this race was so insanely close throughout the whole race. Like, up to the point of Chameleon 5th grab, you were behind. But then Khanster died at the hard grab. And after that point you were ahead. And starting in the Sigma castles, you traded back and forth with the lead. And that was so great to watch. You guys literally traded back and forth, and going into Sig 4, you were 1 to 2 seconds apart. Going into Sig 4.
I like when I like started falling apart on the spider. I literally was like, "Oh my god, please not right now!" Like spider is just I don't know. There's always something about spider that just gets me. Like I don't know. I just can't read the pattern sometimes, especially when I'm like nervous and whatnot.
You want me to teach you how to read the patterns efficiently off stream sometime?
Oh sure. I mean, I've always been told about the staircase thing, but whenever the spider's gonna go like at least 10 notches over, it's like I can't do this quick enough. Just give me the god pattern, I'll be fine.
Here's the question to the restreamer and the restreamer, the commentary, and the chat: how on the edge of your seat were you guys?
that was crazy.
God.
It was just amazing to watch because we had the webcam for Highflyer going, and you literally could see every time he got something right and he got the air Hadoken and stuff. You saw him like pumping his fist and be like, "Yes, I got it!" And then you see him like struggling at the spider, and he's like, "Oh no!" And you could see that all. And we were like, I was like, I don't know, I was so hyped and was getting into it, and I felt all the pain you felt as well. And I feel like the chat did as well, because the chat was like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" all the time.
I'm upset at myself for missing air Hado. Like, I placed it too far to the right.
Yeah. Yes. But that can happen.
That's why I was just like, okay, don't panic, just swap to the boomerang. And I think at that point we're like a second apart.
Yeah, at that point, like it was very close. It was like 2, 3, 1, something like that. And then it became 2 seconds, 3 seconds, again 1 second and stuff. That was just wild. It was a wild ride.
Yeah, like the funny thing between like me and I'd probably say a lot of newer runners is I've seen all these strats be developed and any sort of backups that would come along with it. So I saw the Kawanger dance being developed. So most people who would mess that up don't know what to do. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm not nitpicking on you at all, but I messed that fight up. I'm like, oh, I know exactly what to do. The old strat.
Yeah, that is a big advantage in a tournament race. Especially when you know everything, when you have the backups because you saw them how they got developed. That is big.
Yeah, I'm still learning the tango myself. Like once, like I don't remember exactly what happened. I think I got him to lunge at me once, and then that was it. Then he just charged at me. I think what happened was I just didn't stand on the ground long enough for him to charge me again. So I just got a little ahead of myself. Which like I said, I'm still learning it. So
what my memory serves is you need to do a long dash past the center of the screen, and then he will like basically bow down. That's when you jump. If you jump too early,
he will just run into you. If you jump too late, it's basically the same. So or he kicks you into the ceiling. Wow. So guys, GG to you guys.
I have to rewatch this race now.
Definitely.
Same.
You both should. It was amazing.
Watch party high flyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. That's fine. I mean, I definitely, yeah, because I gotta head off after this. But yeah, we can definitely do that. Sounds like a plan. Get out the popcorn.
I went too risky on Velgarder. I'm like, I knew I was ahead, but I got claw blocked.
Yeah, it all came down. It came down to the claw block back there. That was very close.
Just like in SMB3 Warpless, it all comes down to the hands.
So a question for you, High Flyer.
Yeah.
On Sigma 3, do you wait for the dog to jump over and then Hado, or do you go for the blue charge and then Hado?
Oh, I can't do the charge Hado. I always just let him jump on top of me. Gotcha.
I was just curious what strat you went for.
Yeah, I can't. I've tried doing the charges. I'm not that. I haven't actually practiced it because I used to try doing the pink charge and then it never worked out. So then someone told me, just let him jump on top of you. It's basically scripted at that point. I was like, oh, okay, I'll take the little time loss to do that.
Yeah, if you want sometime, I could show you a few things.
Yeah, there's a lot of new things I'm just learning now, but I didn't want to try to do them. You know what I mean? Because I just stick in the like I was actually debating on doing the mushy pan Kawanger grab. I was like, no, I'm just playing safe.
Good trick.
So I'm just surprised how that race went. I was just like, I'm probably gonna get my ass handed to me.
But saying exactly that, you now most likely have enough time, High Flyer, to hone your strats, to practice some more, because with this race and with this win, you just got yourself your second win, which will most likely give you the invite. I think it is safe to say now, the invite to the knockout stage, where you, as the second of the Group B, will definitely face either Demuland or myself in the top 4.
I was gonna say, how do they do tiebreakers?
I don't know yet, but I think with 2 wins, Khanster can only win. Khanster won once against landmines, I think. So Khanster can only force a 3-way tie if he beats Poison.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just wait until we get there. But I was just saying, I mean, I don't know how.
Yeah, because like there'd be a 2-way, I guess. Tie.
Like you could force a 3-way tie if you beat Poison. And did you already? You won against landmines, right?
Yes.
Yeah, if you beat Poison now, you can force a 3-way tie.
If I remember correctly, I think in the rules it says that we would all have to race at the same time, and results go depending on that race.
That would be a free for all race.
What if there's a 2-way tie?
A two-way tie doesn't really matter, I think, because in a two-way tie,
Never mind. I'm looking at Group A, not
No, no.
Group.
in Group A there can't be a two-way tie as well, because in Group A the group is already done.
Yeah. I was looking
Because,
at Group A for some reason.
So, Khanster, you still have a very important race against Poison then.
I know he's
And-
gonna destroy me unless he's rusty.
He
Like,
is
I'm probably,
rusty.
like, super rusty.
He is kind of rusty, but I challenged him and I burned him a bit, so he's training now because he
I
most
don't
likely...
think he's rusty to the point where he could get 40.
You never know. One can always miss carpet. One can always screw up iceless. One can always jump or be kicked into spikes. It can all happen. Miss
I
stuff.
forgot how much these games hurt my hand. Because I've been playing NES Mega for so long. So it's not as hard on my hands.
All right. So, guys, any last words you wanna say? Anyone you wanna greet? Your mom, your dad, maybe.
Shout
Maybe
out
like,
to
"Hi,
the
Mom."
X community.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, Speed Gaming, for hosting the event as usual. Thank you, Jochi, for doing comms, and thank you everybody
pleasure.
that watched. I mean, hopefully we we gave you a good race for some good old popcorn, because that's what I'm gonna do when I rewatch this.
You definitely gave us a very, very good show.
But yeah, and also again to Apt America for if it wasn't for me meeting him, I probably would never even be in the tournament doing C5, because that's the only reason why I even joined, because I actually somewhat feel like I was actually capable of putting on some type of a good show. But and also shout out to Walrus Prime out there. Your tutorials are amazing, and I haven't been able to watch them all, but my penguin and intro got a little better since I watched them yesterday. So
Nice.
good shout out to him wherever if he's watching.
Nice. That is a good thing to say. So, I thank you guys for having this great race. Thank you for everyone who was watching. Thanks again for Speed Gaming for hosting this race, for having us. And if you're interested, I think, Khanster, your race is on Saturday, I think?
Yeah, I think like Saturday at 2. We just haven't submitted it.
Something like that. So on Saturday we will have the decider race, Poison versus Khanster, and after that we will have the knockout stage. So I thank the racers, I thank Speed Gaming Live, and I wish you all a great evening, day, afternoon, morning, from wherever you're watching.
I got 5 days to practice.
All right, bye everybody.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.